Her immense grief had been hard to deal with. Cal knew he couldn't emotionally sustain her. He tried clumsily to tell her that she needed to move on and take care of the two children who were alive, and take care of her own wounded spirit, so that it would not be drowned by the weight of sorrow that she carried. She'd accused him of being cold and unfeeling. Going home from work became an ordeal, and he stayed out longer and later, and that made things even worse between them. Sex had gone out the window, understandably, and he'd strayed. He wasn't proud of himself, but he enjoyed the thrill of the chase and the fleeting rewards. Once he'd done it the first time, it was easy to do it again. It took the edge off his despair at the way things were at home. A well-meaning friend, Susan Molesley, had ratted on him to Sally Ann. Susan had made a drunken pass at him one night at a barbecue about a year after Sally Ann had lost their baby. He turned her down, and she'd never forgiven him. Susan, with her high-pitched nasally whine and stringy blonde hair, and her surgically enhanced boobs, had never held any charms for him. Cal grinned, remembering how she'd call him a dirty low-down skunk, too ladylike even to cuss when she was drunk. Sally Ann had laughed, a rare and unexpected pleasure, when he told her about Susan touching him up. "If I did that to her, it would be called a sexual assault," he protested. "If you did that to her, the whole of the South would know she'd have got such a thrill," Sally Ann had teased him, and he'd guffawed. They'd looked at each other, happy to have been unexpectedly normal, and the spark was back, and he'd thrown her on the bed, and they'd had wild, raunchy sex, and she'd laughed again afterwards when he told her that they should invite Susan for a threesome. Sally Ann hadn't been laughing when Susan had taken her aside at the annual ladies' charity lunch for the autistic children to tell her that her husband Cal was cheating on her with Marcy Montgomery, and there were more women before Marcy, and all of Texas knew it, and Sally Ann was being made a fool of, and that she, Susan, didn't like to see what was happening to a dear friend of hers. Sally Ann, showing the kind of spirit for which Cal loved her, had said cuttingly, "Well, thank you, Susan. Good to know I have a friend. Like you, even if you all groped Cal yourself, like the good old cowgirl you all are, and would have ridden the flagpole if he hadn't turned you down," before walking away. When Sally Ann had told him verbatim what she'd said to Chicken Legs Mosley, he'd never admired his wife so much.